Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We're going to be investigating April's testimony in this one, so here we go. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. Okay. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Okay. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. Okay. Well, Your Honour, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honour. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Oh my God. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Isn't that our job? Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. No thanks. Yeah, let's just do no thanks and just lose the case, I'm assuming. So, yeah, we're definitely doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Could you imagine if you said no? If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. That's right. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Oh, we will do that, don't you worry about that. Okay, so... It was like 9 at night, I looked out the window, you know? Alright, let's press. We're just going to do the press thing. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... Oh, this game. I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Ooh, okay, so we can actually press harder. Let's do it and see what happens. I saved just before the testimony, so we can always reload. I think what I might do is whenever we finish an episode, I might make a different save so that I know it's a bit save scummy and some people don't like save scumming, but I think in the interest of not having to start the case all over again, because I've been told that's basically what happens if you get it wrong. You have to start the whole case again. I think I'll make multiple saves so that we can just reload to a convenient point if we get it wrong. Let's see how far I can get with this. Anyway, sorry to go off topic there. Surely you must have had a reason to look out of your window at that time of night. What are you objecting at? Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! Stop me from doing my job. Yeah, fantastic. Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. For what? Poor girl, what about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Okay. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Okay, let's press. The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. We're going to press. We're just going to keep pressing, why not? How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honour. He's right. I mean... He probably is right, I suppose. The thing is, I don't know... Let's just take a risk. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Why does it stink, though? I don't know if we've actually got anything to back this up. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. You're lying. Ooh. I mean, we could bluff. She does seem like she sort of falters a little bit when we press her on these statements. So I wonder if we can bluff and get her to admit something. Like I said, we can reload if we fail. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Well, this might work, you know. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. That's probably true, actually. Ooh, that's the good music, isn't it, I think? No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. Good point. Yes, we knew that. We definitely knew that. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. At least we do. She was, Your Honour. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. The jiggle physics. I'm sorry, Your Honour. I'll be a good girl, I promise, wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Alright, so it sort of worked. So I'm guessing she's going to do like a recap and change it slightly like we've seen previously in the game. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statuey clock, the thinker, I think. Now, not many people knew it was a clock, did they? Hasn't that been the thing all along? That people didn't realise there was a clock in it? But she said about it, so I can't remember if that got mentioned earlier in this court session. It might have done, but I'm going to make a note of that because that could be important. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee-hee! Well, I'll tell you what. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Oh, we'll do that, don't you worry, Judge. We will be doing that. Okay, let's go. We're going to press on pretty much everything. I did see everything, I did. Let's see about that. So, you saw me then too? It's a good question. Of course. I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere. Spiky. The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney. Oh, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry. Very well. Continue. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. There's still full bar on the, health thing, so we're good. Is that right as in your right as you looked from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what she was wearing. Oh, slipped up a little bit there. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun. Sigh. What happened then? And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. Let's see about that. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? That clock, the kind of statuey clock, the thinker, I think. Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Yeah, see, I thought that was a thing as well, didn't I? That clock, the kind of statue clock the thinker, I think. Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say. So this was the testimony in her own words? Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Okay. Figuratively, of course. So I think it's going to be, the clock's going to be the important thing, right? So I don't know if we can... The right thing she sort of wasn't too sure on, so we could maybe do that, but I want to just look into this clock thing. I don't know if we can press any further on that. Can we... A clock? Okay, yeah, so didn't this come up in a... So can we, like, court record it? Conversation... Looks like a statue, it's actually a clock. So maybe we can present that or something? Oh, hang on. Can I have a look at... So this is showing the field of view, right? This like white cone is showing the field of view of where she saw what was going on. So maybe that's going to come in also with like the right thing. We've got the wiretap, which we can maybe present at some point as well. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Okay. It did... Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Okay. So... Can we present anything here? I don't... Maybe we have to actually present the clock? Let's try this. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. That's right. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh! Let me just get a drink. Objection! Oh, he's objecting now. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. That is not all that's important, sir. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No, why will we... We're going to object. Nice. It's constant objections. But questions are all I have, Your Honour. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. ... Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... Because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel. Oh, come on. The law offices of Fay & Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. No, it's not that close to be able to hear something like that. She could easily have heard the clock. No, she couldn't. That's nonsense. Well, are you satisfied? No, Your Honour. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. It couldn't have rung. I don't think it could have rung, could it? Hang on, let's... There was something about it... Let's just have a look at this. It's made... it tells you the time. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Cool. Knew there was something in there. Alright, well... it couldn't have rung. Your Honour, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty, it's broken, the batteries are dead. Can we have a look at it? Is there anything else in here? Is it this time? It's not working, that's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. I put some papers inside it. Okay. It's empty then. It's not broken, the batteries aren't dead, it's empty. Because she took the clock out. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just take a look, right now. So I'm guessing if we didn't get the phone back, we wouldn't have known that detail, and we wouldn't have been able to use it. So getting the phone back was actually crucial, wasn't it? Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honour? It is as the defence says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Ha ha ha. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat! Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Yeah, but we know it was before because of the messages, right? That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honour. This guy is good, to be fair, isn't he? Like, he sows the seeds of doubt. He's very, very, very good. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? I think we actually can. Ho ho! Impossible, of course. Not impossible. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now, I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... it's this phone, isn't it? Let's just double check everything. I don't want to do the wrong thing. Yeah, it's got to be the conversation. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. It's not why I'm showing you it. Woohoo, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Ha ha ha, look at his face. Ah, yes. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Grumble, the good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September the 5th, 9:27 AM. Beep. Your Honour, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? ... Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Yeah, but we know he didn't because Larry made it, right? This is like a homemade clock that Larry made. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yeah, we do actually. The witness claims she had seen it before. but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It's probably just going to be the actual thing, right? The clock again. Or the statue, because it's made by Larry Butts. Sorry, having another drink. It's very hot today. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Ooh, oh, ho ho, What the heck is going on now? Oh my god. She's mad. Made her mad. What was it to you, Porcupine Head? Oh, she's seriously mad now. Alright guys, well I'll tell you what, we're out of time, so we're going to leave it here. We're going to see what is going to happen next now that she's super mad in the next one. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne, Nate, Tammy Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Barry Aldridge, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulione, Bossy the Sheep, JohnCon555, Chrissy and Paul James. And I'll see you next time.